So CNN was, of course, following the every move of Trump arraignment day. And, what they noticed was Don Jr. is a little active on social media, as he often is. And there were some pretty bright red lines that were crossed by the Trump people during this whole process. So this is CNN anchor, is it John King? I think it's John King. And he's going to explain what was going on social media, and he has some strong thoughts about it.
You just tweeted a picture of the judge's daughter saying she worked for the Biden-Harris campaign seems to be relevant.
Oh, my God.
It is not relevant. It is not relevant. She's an individual adult. But this is what I was about to say. This is the game they play. It's not a game. It's not a game. This is how they play.
Right.
They try to intimidate, they attack, and they put at risk people who should not be dragged into this process. If Donald Trump is presumed innocent, if he can beat these charges, good for him. The judge's daughter has nothing to do with this, but this is what they do. This is how they have so taken this country off the rails and outside the norms.
And there's a reason why they took the prosecutor's pictures off the website for similar reasons. And it's really unfortunate that that is a world in which we live, and you have people on social media doing what you just described. Another thing that
So now remember, this is after there were already multiple bomb threats against the Manhattan DA, and multiple death threats as well. So after that, you have Don Jr. tweeting out a picture of the DA's daughter and saying, oh, like she's a Democrat, basically, trying to build this case of bias when the daughter has nothing to do with the case in any way, shape, or form. And by the way, they like bringing up that, like, Alvin Bragg ran on bringing up charges against Trump. It's like, yeah, because he thinks he's a criminal. By the way, I happen to agree with that. So if you're running on that, you're running on, I'm going to enforce the law. There's no controversy there. Like, they think anybody who has a negative opinion of Trump must, by definition, be biased. No, they could objectively look at the stuff he says and the things he does and go, I don't like that. Doesn't have to be prejudging. It could just be judging. So it's not some sort of got ya. But this daughter has nothing to do with any of this. And look, this is the big debate. This is the big question. I'm curious what you guys think. Is it intentional on the part of Trump and Trump Jr. and all these goons? Is it intentional that they're like, hey, our back's in a corner, so now we're going to, like, in come the threats, right? In come the we're going to play offense. We're going to make you fear, what you're doing here to us. Because, look, I lean more on the side of they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They know that this daughter's going to get threats. They know that Alvin Bragg has gotten threats. Anything and everything in order to try to defeat these people. And if somebody ends up dead, then they'll play dumb. Oh, me, bro? Me, bro? I never said do anything like that, bro. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. All I did was repeatedly, time and time again, hint at it. All I did was say this is a political prosecution. This is a witch hunt. That person's a criminal. He should be locked up. Now dragging his daughter into the case. It is, to them, it's all a game. It's all a game to them. And there are serious, serious consequences to that. So it's not about the norms. This guy brought up the norms. It's not about the norms. It's about the threats. That's what it's about. So, I mean, I would say I hope they get it together, but we all know they're not gonna. We all know this is gonna continue. It's gonna be the same thing, just like what happened on January 6th, where he's up there saying, we gotta be strong. We gotta take back our country with strength. I hope Mike does the right thing. Let's march to the Capitol. It was all, he says it all without explicitly saying it, like a mafia boss, so he can, clean his hands of it afterwards and be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But we see it, man. I see it. How many times have we been through similar things? We see it. You can't imagine literally any other elected official in the U.S. doing this. Literally any other. This guy is the most extreme. There's no doubt about that with how he handles stuff like this. So anyway, expect more of this stuff to happen, and it's not going to be pretty. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.